People are walking into the Joseph Vachon concert with Chanterelle.
Et amusez-vous bien, hein? Chantez aussi, hein? Si on vous demande de chanter, chantez.
We're supposed to have a real good crowd, and even though it's raining outside, we're going to have a good concert here tonight. A lot of young people. People are coming in all the time. The show's just about to begin. Just about. Still a few empty seats. Looks like a good crowd.
Bonsoir tout le monde. Good evening, everybody. I'm Lisa Ornstein, and it's my pleasure to welcome you this evening to a return performance by Chanterelle. Ça me fait plaisir de vous accueillir pour le retour de Chanterelle. Chanterelle was here last year, had a great concert with a great audience, and we're anticipating the same this year. I would like to tell you that this concert is made possible by the French Heritage Council of the University of Maine at Fort Kent in collaboration with the Association Canado-Américaine and the Club Français. And I have the great pleasure to introduce to you this evening a really fabulous group of musicians who all hail from various parts of New England and Quebec. José Vachon, José Vachon, tout le monde connaît José Vachon. Il n'y a pas besoin de dire quoi. Un petit prix de lac mégantic au Québec, qui, j'ai découvert ce soir, a passé sa jeunesse à Brownville Junction, dans le Maine. Brownville Junction, I think it must be at least as big as Fort Kent. Après ça, là, Alan Bradbury, c'est un originaire de Barrington, Rhode Island. A man of many talents on the bass, the accordion. Then we have Liza Constable, hailing from Nelson, New Hampshire, who has recently married. So let's give some congratulations. And finally, I should also say that José has become a mother for a second time very recently. She beat me out by about a month. I a eu une petite fille, moi j'ai eu un petit gars. Bon. And last but not least, Donna Hebert, who's from Amherst, Massachusetts. So please help me make welcome Chanterelle.
Sur la grande côte, elle est montée. Sur la grande côte, elle est montée. Elle a perdu son tablier. C'est un homme passant qui l'a ramassé. C'est un homme passant qui l'a ramassé. En lui en mettant, il a embrassé. Ça prend un homme qui n'est pas gêné. Ça prend un homme qui n'est pas gêné d'embrasser les filles sans leur demander. C'est pas une chanson que je voulais vous chanter. C'est pas une chanson que je voulais vous chanter. C'est un petit rire, puis je vais vous le riler. here. And it's, thank you for having
You
us.
were actually pretty busy this year.
Yeah.
So, you have a lot to show for this time.
True, and I'm still busy. Busier. Ceux qui disaient que actually 2 kids is really more like 4 times the work, I think. Je pense. Well, we have been working on a new album, and it should be out sometime in February on a new record label. All goes well, and we'd like to do some new songs from that this evening, and we'll start off with something Cajun from the newlywed here, Liza.
Me? I'm still not used to that. So we're going to do some music from Louisiana. We're going to do Les Flammes d'Enfer,
Yep.
which actually isn't from the new stuff. It's on our first record. Play some more music from down south. A little waltz called Captain Waltz.
Cajun music's always followed by waltzes, right?
Yeah, it's really a dance hall music. If you go down Louisiana and you spend your weekends at your favorite dance hall, dancing to your favorite band who's there every weekend. Very dependable. So you have two two-steps and then a waltz and then two more two-steps. But since you guys aren't dancing, we'll just do one two-step and then a waltz. If you have an opportunity later, you can always get up in the hallway. This around so I can see you when we're playing. I hate that. It's like he's sneaking up on me or something.
How many here actually heard us last year? Give me an idea. So there are many who first-timers too, right? Oh, really? Great. Well, we've been together, we're starting our third year, and many of the things we do around New England is perform and write songs about the Franco-American experiences. And we'd like to do for you a medley we call the Mill Workers Medley, which is probably more of the southern half of New England's history of 100 years ago coming to work the mill towns. And this first part is a song that my great-grandfather sang, called it's called a complaint, or a lament, I suppose. And it's one that describes what it was like to move down, and he watched his friends and family leaving the Beauce region, and he was saying, you know, don't go there, you'll only find hardship and misery. And this is where we follow it up with a song Donna wrote called The Shuttle, which certainly describes the misery. The constant sound of the shuttle heard 12, 14 hours a day. And here we go. Quand je suis partie du Canada pour m'en aller dans les États, j'avais une simple valise. Tout mon butin était dedans. J'avais une simple valise, mais de l'argent, il n'y en avait plus dedans. Dans mon chemin, j'ai rencontré un homme que j'avais oublié. Et il m'a dit, quelle surprise, où t'en vas-tu dans les États? Tu vas rencontrer la misère dans les États, non ne vas-y donc pas. Après ce temps, c'est quelques mois que je demeure dans les États. J'ai ramassé peu de richesses, pourtant j'ai beaucoup travaillé, jusqu'au soir au clair de réveillé avant le soleil levé. Et de retour au Canada, mes enfants me disent, papa, on n'entend plus sonner les cloches le matin pour nous réveiller. On n'entend plus tout ce vacarme, c'est la beauté de tout bord et côté.
My parents and my brothers all work the same as I, but the to our God together we may raise a voice to sing. We rest so dear, so briefly, and visit where we may. For Monday morn will soon arrive, when the shuttle rules our day. My friend, she had an accident, 3 fingers she's lost. Another boy was crushed to death, and who accounts the cost of that being spent quickly in bumping mills of Brigantin? How do we keep our sanity in the shuttle's hellish din? Oh, my friend, Babylon in the lovely Chanterelle told us into recruiters when they asked to pay your fare. You made it home, don't listen to their blandishments and lies. You'll end up a slave like me to the shuttle that never dies.
Well, this next song kind of fits into the mill thing. I don't know, I was going to say thing. It's my usual scholarly articulateness. I'm just one math course short of a college degree I can't believe. I'm already forgetting how to put grammar together.
Well, luckily we already passed that course, right?
Hey, you guys can't laugh at me. I'm just at your house. I get you tonight.
Okay.
So it's a song about mills. It's actually a union song from the 60s, written by a union worker who was working in a mill and thought that maybe somewhere there was a better mill somewhere than the crummy one she was working at. And actually, the story goes that that particular strike was broken and they never got what they wanted. So, but the song did come out of it. So, and it's a little bit differently arranged. It was actually written as a waltz, but as you'll see, this isn't a waltz. Well, I dreamed that I had died and gone to my reward. A job in heaven's textile mill on the Golden Boulevard. And the mill was made out of marble of machines, so made out of gold. Nobody ever grew tired, oh, nobody ever grew old. Well, the mill was built on a garden, no dust nor dirt could be found. The air was clean and it smelled so sweet, with flowers and the trees all around. And it was quiet and peaceful in heaven. You couldn't hear the clatter or boom, and we heard the most beautiful music as we worked at the spindle and the loom. And the mill was made out of marble, the machines were made out of gold. Nobody ever grew tired, and nobody ever grew old.
worked steady all through the year. We always had food for the children. We were never haunted by fear. And the mill was made out of marble. The machines were made out of gold. Nobody ever grew tired. Nobody ever grew old. When I awoke from this dream about heaven, I wondered if there could be a mill like that one here on earth for people like you and me. The mill was made out of marble, the machines were made out of gold. Nobody ever grew tired, oh, nobody ever grew old.
Well, they were empty anyway, don't worry about it. Ok, bon, ben, j'espère que ça vous tente de chanter un peu à soir. Oui? You know that one already? Aha!
That's a good one.
Yeah, but we're not doing it yet. Second set. This is sort of a warm-up first, because Frankie was really difficult, so that would warm up with this other type of chanson à répondre. Your part simply goes like this. I know that for you who heard it last year, I expect you to all sing along. There's no excuse. Some of you said that they even found the lyrics inside the CDs and cassettes, so you had time to memorize the words. Don den la riden pata pata le matu matata le mani matu mata pata le matu matata le la ride. Don den la riden pata pata le matu matata le mani matu mata pata le matu matata le la ride. Tout le monde. That's not bad. Ça n'a pas marché. Non? Faut l'essayer tranquillement? At that speed? Ah? You think you'll get it now? Don den la riden pata pata le matu matata le mani matu mata pata le matu matata le la ride. Don den la riden pata pata le matu matata le mani matu mata pata le matu matata le la ride. Ça n'a pas l'air à marcher plus. On va l'essayer bien slow. Répétez avec moi, Donen Lariden. Matapatali Matou. Matantali Mali Matou. Matapatali Matou. Matantalou Laride. C'est pas plus difficile que ça. Want to repeat it? No, you got it now. Ça me fait penser à d'autres choses.
The easier it is.
Yeah, her 5-year-old or 6-year-old now sings it. She learned it right away, I think. 3 listens. Ok. Oh, ça fait penser à d'autres choses, cette chanson-là. Montant où José, montant où pour te coucher. Les bords de ta couchette de ton grand-père qui les offrait de montant où José, montant où pour te coucher. Oh, that's not the song though. Ok, alors là, this is a chanson réponse, so I expect you to respond. And if you don't understand French, don't worry, this song means nothing. At least the don't then part. How many here actually don't understand French? Ah, okay, so we probably should translate.
Minority.
Very, very minority tonight. Il y en a quoi, peut-être 3 et 4?
My first French was scrammez-vous. That's what my mother used to say to me. I knew what she meant.
And your first French?
Tête pioche.
And you knew what she meant?
I knew what she meant, yes. I thought it was my name till I was 10.
kids around, so I said, oh, wait a minute, that's my name you're calling that.
Par un beau dimanche au soir, en allant se promener. Par un beau dimanche au soir, en allant se promener. Il rencontra la belle, il lui a demandé Get the l'arrivée at the end, je vais être content. Il lui a demandé si elle était mariée. Il lui a demandé si elle était mariée. Non, non, répondit-elle, pas avec un cordonnier. Non, non, répondit-elle, pas avec un cordonnier. Non, non, répondit-elle, pas avec un cordonnier. Car avec son aiguille, il pourrait me piquer. Dernière chance. À part de ce métier-là, il se serait marié. À part de ce métier-là, il se serait marié. Avec la plus belle fille qu'il y avait pas dans le quartier.
José's developed that song as kind of mouth aerobics. Back where she lives there, she holds classes.
She has fit lips.
Fit lips, exactly. Muscle deaf on her lips. That's the definition of deaf lips. So we're going to do a song that we call Lullaby.
Yes, are there any petite
She sings it.
This should put them to sleep. Either that or it'll wake them up and you'll all be mad at me. I wrote words to this beautiful melody, which was written by a guitarist named Russ Barenberg. And José put wonderful French words to it after we mangled them. I'm not the person to translate. I once took the words for Un Canadien errant off an album phonetically, and when I gave it to my friend who was from Montreal and said, here, this isn't right, but I don't know where it's wrong, can you fix it? Well, he picked himself up off the floor crying. And he said, why have you said here that green beans, they are crying in the rain? I said, there's no such thing where I come from. So José put really pretty words to this. It made it sound like a mama singing her baby to sleep.
Ça marche pas.
Put your arms around me, here at last you found me. Stay within the circle of my arms. Though someday you'll leave me, that is how it should be. And until then I'll keep you safe and free from harm. Eyes that see right through me, it's as though you knew me. Unafraid and trusting in my sight. Come along to bed now, cover up your head now. Your mama's here and everything will be alright. Mon mieux que je te quitterai, c'est comme il se doit. Pour toujours, ne t'en fais pas, je serai là. Tes yeux me gagent, tu cherches ma confiance pour suivre sans crainte ton chemin. Oh, nous coucher maintenant, mon cher enfant, maman est là, et maintenant tout ira bien. Your arms around me, here at last you found me. Stay within the circle of my arms. Though someday you'll leave me, that is how it should be. And until then I'll keep you safe and free from harm. I see right through you, it's as though you trusting in my side. Come along to bed now, come and rub your head now. Your mama's here and everything will be alright. Mama est là, et maintenant tout ira.
Okay, well, once in a while with the band, I try some of my older stuff, just for fun, see how the changes happen. They add on their sound, which is great.
How we mess it up.
How we mess it up? No, never. This is one of my favorites that I've written. It's called Entre Moi. Like many people call it Au Canada, and it really is this week. Sure it's for the best too. Oh, yeah, like it is, hey! I wrote it when I thought I was going to move back to Quebec or to Canada at some point. And at the age of 19, I did an exchange program with the University of Maine at Orono and went to Sherbrooke for 1 year. And 1 year was just right, I came right back. I discovered that les temps, ça avait changé depuis que j'étais petite. And discovered that I was really at home here in New England. And we still called it on va au Canada. On disait pas on va au Québec, you know? It's like the Québécois get very sensitive about that today. And with a name like José, c'était pas facile ici. Alors, vous allez comprendre. Au Canada, terre de mes aïeux, les gens de la campagne savent pas comme ils sont chanceux, les rangs et les rivières, on peut les oublier, y a rien de plus beau sur terre que ce pays carotté. Les cousins, les cousines, les mononcles et les matantes, je suis toujours bien contente de pouvoir les visiter. Mon baron, mon baron, le Canada, les États, et dont tu veux décider de quel bord je veux rester. José, qu'est-ce que tu fais là-bas dans les les États, pas de français, tout en anglais. Qu'est-ce que tu fais pour rester là? José, qu'est-ce que tu fais pour survivre dans les États? La misère, il doit en avoir, c'est ce que nous disaient nos grands-pères. Au Canada, je vais à chaque année pour contenter mon bec de dessert et chaud sucré, la tire, la tarte au sucre. Mon doux que tout est bon, mais c'est vraiment pas juste. Ils ont tous les gâteaux vachons. Les cousins, les cousines, les mononcles et les matantes, je suis toujours bien contente de pouvoir les visiter. Monte en haut, monte en bas, le Canada ou les États, c'est long dur à décider de quel bord je veux rester. José, on m'a dit, t'es heureuse aux États-Unis, t'habites là, pis t'haïs pas ça, et le français, on le parle aussi. José, je comprends pas, t'as raison de rester là-bas, t'es si loin de tes chers cousins, tu vas voir, tu reviendras bien. Ces deux pays, je dois choisir entre eux, veuillez bien m'écouter, je les aime bien tous les deux, mais quand je suis ici et que je m'identifie, je ne suis plus canadienne, mais franco-américaine. Les cousins, les cousines, les mononcles et les matantes, je suis toujours bien contente de pouvoir les visiter. Monte en haut, monte en bas, le Canada, les États, c'est long dur à décider de quel bord je veux rester. José, cette année, pour un mois, j'ai visité le New York et ses environs, la Floride et la ville de Boston. Enclemé, c'est-tu beau? Et des plages, y en a-tu gros? Ton pays de nostalgie, il t'envie en mots, t'as dit. Au Canada, en visite cette année, je me suis aperçue, bien les choses avaient changé. C'est vrai que j'ai appris qu'on est pas mieux ailleurs, alors je dois conserver tout ce qui est dans mon cœur. Les cousins, les cousines, les mononcles et les matantes, je suis toujours bien contente de pouvoir les visiter. Monte en haut, monte en bas, le Canada ou les États, c'est long dur à décider de quel bord je veux rester. Merci beaucoup.
Oh, we're going to play us some fiddle tunes now. Going to keep me happy. So we're going to play you a set of fiddle tunes you'll find on our first album. We call it the Fireside Medley. The first tune is from the playing of a wonderful fiddle player, late of Burlington, Vermont, Monsieur Louis Baudouin. And we follow that with a tune from Graham Townsend, who we just had the privilege of working with over outside of Montreal last month. And the third tune is from Joe Bouchard, and it's called La Real Beatrice.
Tonight, so if you'd like to learn a typical French-Canadian rhythm for a soiree, you have...
We should get them on stage up here.
Yeah, they should come on up here.
Yeah. In my chair up here. I can teach you. Sure? Come on. The offer's still stands.
Chicken. Well,
How do you say that in French?
well, you don't say poule, you say... lot of expressions as we go along.
She doesn't call us chicken.
No, I don't. I'm too scared.
We spend too many long hours in the van.
Yeah, we do. Alors, taper du pied, c'est, you have your strong foot going back and forth. Toe, heel, whatever foot you want to use is fine. And then the secret is add your toe from the other foot, or whole foot, whatever your preference is. Toe, toe, heel. Toe, toe, heel. Or toe, foot, heel. Because I vary it as we go along. And speed it up. And that's all there is to it. And now you can ride along if you like with the fireside head. My son will be happy. He's got a train obsession.
when she could do both those things at once.
Yeah, 3 takes in a row.
Yeah, especially when we recorded. But even just so when we thought it up, you know, she said, well, try this, you know. She started stomping away at her feet and jiggling her hands around. I'm like, whoa.
I always like that Latin beat.
What is she thinking while she's doing that? Probably some physics problem. She married this guy from Ecuador, so it's kind of, and also, I think probably her mother was the greatest Latin influence on her.
Yeah.
Since at Christmas, they always had Christmas in Tijuana for their
Records.
instead
We
of the
never listened
Messiah,
to French
you know.
Canadian Christmas music.
Yeah,
It was,
I always listened to the Messiah over and over again. She listened to
Tijuana Christmas.
So
And of course,
some was in that early age. This, we're going to play one more song and then take a break. This is also something that we were working on in our recording, and it's a song that I learned off an old Cajun recording. Not too old, really, but from the 30s and 40s, which in recording age is young. But it's been done in a lot of genres. It's an old blues song.
And we also will have CDs and cassettes out of Chanterelle, myself, and many other groups you might be interested in from Louisiana and Quebec and other Franco-American talents.
Yeah, and if there are fiddlers in the audience, I put out a book of fiddle tunes, and there's a cassette that goes with it, so. with a really special set of fiddle tunes. Lisa Ornstein and I have known each other for longer than we probably cared. We'll never tell. But she's one of the reasons that we came up here. Certainly made it possible for us last year and to come back again this year. So Lisa and I and the rest of the band did some recording about a year ago for our new album that will be out in the spring, we hope. These things take longer to birth than a baby, as we've discovered. And they don't give you points for going over the way they do if you're overdue.
No, insurance doesn't pay for them either.
No. It'd be nice if it did, but it doesn't. So Lisa and I both kind of met through a gentleman that we never actually, all three of us, sat down together. He told her about me and he told me about her, so that when we met each other, we were fully prepared to be really good friends right from the beginning. So when we decided to do our next album, we thought that we'd take some tunes that we learned from Louis and we'd get some people to play with us who had some of the same history with Louis. So here are 3 wonderful fiddle tunes from Louis Baudouin with Lisa Ornstein guesting on fiddle with us. Thank you, Lisa. You don't realize what a treasure you have right here in your own hometown. Lisa Ornstein, thank you very much. Well, my Nana was a really, really interesting person. She's the one who taught me tête de pioche. And in fact, I could have learned French from her, but she didn't want me to know what she was saying about me. So she would speak to me in English, and she would converse with her friend, José Lemont, from across the street. And between them, they had everybody in town covered because my grandmother was the local dressmaker. And José stood behind the counter in the general store, so they heard all the gossip there was to hear in Ashland, New Hampshire. And between the two of them, they could pretty much tell you who was doing what to whom. So when she passed on, her title as town gossip also got passed on, I'm afraid. And there's a funny story that at the funeral, the woman who inherited her mantle as town crier showed up at the funeral with her friend who was related by marriage to my grandmother, and they had shared the same first name and had married men with the same last name, so they were two Clara Hineses. And she elbowed her friend in the ribs, and they looked at my grandmother, and she was beautiful. I never did her hair like that in life, I'll tell you. And she was gorgeous, and so, hey, she looks better than you do. So, it's a long night here. You don't have to laugh at all my jokes. So this is a song that I wrote for my Nana. And she comes to visit me in dreams sometimes. And she said it was time I wrote a song about her. So this is called Nana Danced. Nana never went dancing. Probably didn't have time. There at her sewing far into the night. Friday night's bingo will make the work light. She lived through no work and 2 wars that become afraid and unsure. So she stashed away 20s and folded white linen we found when the floodwaters left the first floor. Nana danced with the radio on. Nana danced, rock and soul in the sun. Nana danced while the evening turned fair. Danced on her piazza in the parlor in the kitchen. Danced on her piazza in her old rocking chair. Spit on her hanky and wipe off my chin. Hush me at French Mass and walk home again. She taught me to piece things together and work out the pattern just right, just right. Late at night when I'm sewing with the radio on, I can smell her perfume all alone in my room. The day she died, she went easy and quick, but it took everyone by surprise. She died playing 16-card bingo. We gathered to say our goodbyes. We buried
and the raw winter wind with the tears from our eyes. One of her friends was hard to remark. She looked better than some who were left here alive. Nana danced with the radio on. Nana danced, rocking so in the sun. Nana danced while the evening turned fair. Danced on her piazza, in the parlor, in the kitchen. Danced on her piazza, in her old rocking chair. My Nana danced on her piazza, in the parlor, in the kitchen. Danced on her piazza, in her old rocking chair.
So we're getting in the mellow part of the set here. This next song is Jose's favorite song. It's not really entre moi. No, I'm kidding. It's called Leaving Train, and I guess it kind of reminds her of growing up. Her dad was a conductor. Can I tell your life story?
No.
Anyway, it's a story about trains and leaving and Mom's coming home today, but she ain't coming home to stay. There's no work in our town. Everything's near about shut down. Companies come and gone. All the new folks moved on. Empty stores and empty streets. Every bed where Mom sleeps. Someday soon I'm gonna run leaving train, and it's all because of the leaving train. This is a song you guys have been waiting for.
Now we're going to test to see. They said that I have aerobic lips and aerobic legs. Now let's check you guys out.
I said rubber lips. Rubber lips.
Aerobic lips. Sign up now.
We have a feedback thing happening.
Yeah.
From what?
Somebody.
One of the stands, I guess. What note is that? Non. Bon, ben là, c'est l'autre chanson. C'est ça. Oh, it's probably better if you got the sneakers on. This is a... Oh God, we have to travel
It's tough
tomorrow.
being in this band.
Yeah,
Sure.
It's easier on that football team.
Well, we often get introduced as an all-girl band, and Alan's standing there saying, "Yeah, okay, what am I?"
Although lately he likes Alan and the Chanterelles.
Mine
We
is a
don't.
pink suit.
You need more jokes, Alan.
Well, this is, we had a request earlier for this next song. It's, hope you're all warmed up for Frank you. Repeat with me. Frank you, yank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Matafai.
Matafai.
Mitu pitaritu.
Mitu pitaritu.
Matafai.
Matafai.
Mitu pitaritu. Laride. Traditional ending. Now we put that all together. Do you remember how it went?
What does it mean?
Oh yeah, it means nothing. Come on.
It means you are French, yank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, yank you.
Thank you. It really, again, leaves a lot to the imagination.
Think of it as something that I translated literally from the French, and you'll have it.
So here. Mon père n'avait fille que moi, mon père n'avait fille que moi, mon père n'avait fille que moi, mon père n'avait fille que moi. Encore sur la mer, il m'envoie Frank you, yank you, matafai, bidou-bidari-dou, matafai, bidou-bidari-dou, larité. Frank you, yank you, matafai, bidou-bidari-dou, matafai, bidou-bidari-dou, larité. Le marinier qui m'y menait, le marinier qui m'y menait, le marinier qui m'y menait, le marinier qui m'y menait. Il devait amoureux de moi, Frank you, yank you, matafai, bidou-bidari-dou, matafai, bidou-bidari-dou, larité. Frank you, yank you, matafai, bidou-bidari-dou, matafai, bidou-bidari-dou, larité. Ma mignonnette, embrassez-moi, ma mignonnette, embrassez-moi, ma mignonnette, embrassez-moi, ma mignonnette, embrassez-moi. Non, non, monsieur, je n'oserais. Frank you, yank you, matafai, bidou-bidari-dou, matafai, bidou-bidari-dou, larité. Frank you, yank you, matafai, bidou-bidari-dou, matafai, bidou-bidari-dou, larité. Non, non, monsieur, je n'oserais. 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 Car si mon papa le savait, Frank you, yank you, matafai, bidou-bidari-dou, matafai, bidou-bidari-dou, larité. Frank you, yank you, matafai, bidou-bidari-dou, matafai, bidou-bidari-dou, larité. Car si mon papa le savait, 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 fille battue, ce serait moi, Frank you, yank you, matafai, bidou-bidari-dou, matafai, all pretty much went
Well,
for it,
I
huh?
did okay. I did one foot.
It started to sound like elephants, so I started tapping a little louder.
Sure. Okay.
Jose insisted that if we were going to be in a band with her, we had to work out together, so...
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? You guys look drained. It has more meaning today to sing it because they say that songs are usually passed on from mother to daughters. It's really the gender that carries on the traditions and the culture. This is called Ma mère chantait, my mother always sang. And it's about a mother singing to her daughter and saying, I'm singing this song to you now, and I hope you'll pass it on to your daughter someday. Alors je peux le faire maintenant avec ma petite Caroline. And the story in the song, for those who don't understand French, is about a sailor who stops at various ports and promises the young girls tropical islands and all their dreams will come true. And of course, he never comes back. And the mother says, now let's see, I don't remember how the second verse goes, but honey, I remember this part. Remember, all men are sailors when they're in love. Ma mère chante toujours, la la la, une vieille chanson d'amour que je te chante à mon tour. Ma fille, tu grandiras et puis tu t'en iras. D'un seul beau jour, tu te souviendras à ton tour de cette chanson-là. Il était un matelot qui, pour gagner le cœur des filles, leur promettait des jours plus beaux sous le ciel des Antilles. Bien vite, elles lui rendaient les armes, et quand ils repartaient sur l'eau, leurs larmes allaient grossir les flots. Ma mère chante toujours, la la la, une vieille chanson d'amour que je te chante à mon tour. Ma fille, tu grandiras et puis tu t'en iras. Mais ce beau jour, tu te souviendras à ton tour de cette chanson-là. Dès ce jour, le matelot fut tué de coups de couteau. Ensuite, j'ai oublié les mots, mais la fin, je m'en souviens aussitôt qu'ils sont amoureux. Tous les hommes sont des matelots, dans leurs yeux dansent les vagues bleues. que je te chante à mon tour. Ma fille, tu grandiras, et puis tu t'en iras. Mais un beau jour, tu te souviendras à ton tour de cette chanson-là. Ma mère chante toujours, ma mère chante toujours, ma mère chante toujours.
Well, we're going to go back to some dance hall music.
There's a little room in the front if some of you are inspired to do the two-step.
When the lights are low, no one will know who you are. Yeah, you guys.
Yeah, you guys two-step right there. That's perfect.
A little tune called Jean Laurent.
Thank
it seems appropriate that I should play you, excuse me, a couple of fiddle tunes from Jerry Robichaud, wonderful Acadian fiddler, originally from Moncton.
Oh God, talk. Last year, but I think it happened. Merci beaucoup. We're going to end with a song that is going to be on our next album, Soirée chez nous. And probably should let Liza describe this one because it was her entire concept. I was going to do this song in the traditional chanson répond. It's called C'est le temps de s'amuser. And the whole album is going to be very party-oriented, soirée typical. And we're thinking probably about even ending the album this way because everyone got pretty inspired at the end and we were just scatting away. So if you feel inspired to scat à la française ou à la canadienne, ou à la acadienne, go for it.
Yeah.
You want to describe it?
Hey, get into the idea.
Yeah, you got the idea.
Yeah.
Anyway, she had... Yeah, you got to shuffle here. She, Liza's always trying to slow me down because I keep going, speeding up all my favorite songs. And one night.
You can do a 45-minute set in 30 minutes.
Yeah. And she had bronchitis, was it? Actually, she was pretty sick. And we were actually preparing to record the album. And we're sitting back, and she had just taken the dosage of codeine cough syrup. And it got her mellow. And she came up with this mellower version. And yeah, you do sing with us a little, don't you? She's getting mellow already. But she's been trying to change my style with this song. And we'd like to finish off with this. C'est le temps de s'amuser. Et j'espère que vous allez chanter avec nous. On s'amuse ensemble. Nous, c'est le temps de s'amuser. Amusons-nous ensemble. Alors répondez avec nous. Don't slow it too much.
Go away. Come on. How's that?
C'est à Paris, à Saint-Denis, qui se fait une danse. C'est à Paris, à Saint-Denis, qui se fait une danse. Moi qui ne savais pas danser, je suis montée dans ma chambre. Oh, il est temps de s'amuser, amusons-nous ensemble. Oh, il est temps de s'amuser, amusons-nous ensemble. Regarde en haut, regarde en bas, du côté de la France. Regarde en haut, regarde en bas, du côté de la France. Je vois venir un messager, beau messager de France. Oh, il est temps de s'amuser, amusons-nous ensemble. Oh, il est temps de s'amuser, amusons-nous ensemble. Beau messager, quelle nouvelle de la France. Beau messager, quelle nouvelle de la France. La nouvelle que j'apporte de France, votre amant vous demande. Oh, il est temps de s'amuser, amusons-nous ensemble. Oh, il est temps de s'amuser, amusons-nous ensemble. Car lui est une blonde. Il faut choisir un cavalier car lui est une blonde. Elle n'est pas plus jolie que vous, mais elle est plus savante. Oh, il est temps de s'amuser, amusons-nous ensemble. Oh, il est temps de s'amuser, amusons-nous ensemble. Elle fait mouiller, elle fait grêler, elle fait le vent qui vente. Elle fait mouiller, fait grêler, elle fait le vent qui vente. Elle fait venir les oiseaux sur le bord de sa manche. Il est temps de s'amuser, amusons-nous ensemble. Oh, il est temps de s'amuser, amusons-nous ensemble. Les oiseaux sur le bord de sa manche. Elle fait venir les oiseaux sur le bord de sa manche. Elle fait venir son cavalier à minuit dans sa chambre. Oh, il est temps de s'amuser, amusons-nous ensemble. Oh, il est temps de s'amuser, amusons-nous ensemble. Oh, il est temps de s'amuser, amusons-nous ensemble. Oh, il est temps de s'amuser. Amusons-nous ensemble.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We'll see you next year.
Guidons notre salut, ramons avec ardeur, obéissons les voiles. Discovered that three different voices blended pretty well together. It's called Un Canadien Errant.
Body to say
We had a about a full house here tonight watching this great music. We hope they'll be back next year.